Hey Lego, thanks for the subscription, man. I think you got to be the first one to actually subscribe to me. That's exciting. This is Mix. I don't know. In the Wyoming with the division going here, all that good stuff. And do my characteristic screenshots here. I want to find a fun angle for this ship. I always do this standard kind of a deal here. So let's do something a little bit more on the creative side of things. I don't know. Go down a little bit. How'd you like to be this poor guy stuck right here on the anti-air gun? How'd you like to be that guy, huh? That would kind of suck, I would say. But look at the... This actually gives us a good opportunity to see the new catapult model in place here. As my cat decides to sit on my mouse. I think he wants a little bit of attention. Let's go up a little bit. There we go. Okay. He wants on my lap. Get on my lap. Okay, so, Tier 4 battleship. What's so special about it? The thing that's nice about this ship is that it's kind of like a shotgun, right? Like you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double turrets, so that's a total of 12 guns at your disposal. And the fun thing about this ship is you can kind of get in close and just start blapping things. You've got with you, of course, a few buddies. You've got your Arkansas Beta buddy here. This is the base model of the Wyoming. No anti-air, but still a pretty strong ship, especially in this game with no carriers. And you've got a buddy in a Clemson over there, so that's kind of an ideal situation for you in a battleship, is you've got somebody to kind of help you with torpedoes and anti-destroyer work and stuff like that. Now, taking a look at the lineup here, you are top tier. Congratulations. You're up against another Adopt clan. That's kind of interesting. Adopt is a clan that's known for taking newer players into the game and trying to teach them how to play. Now, the first thing I would mention is you don't have AP loaded. I'd like to see you have AP loaded because, well, you can do really dirty things to, well, just about everything.
Affirmative.
You'll notice that the ship is really slow. It's you know, 20 knots. So this is a situation typically when I play my Arkansas Beta, or if I were to play my Wyoming, getting in closer to the action is generally advisable, with the caveat that, you know, you want to turn and run away if you notice you're getting kind of close to the destroyers. So you've got premium consumables, which is good to see. This is tier 4, so you don't really need to have any signal flags up, and you don't, so that's fine. I don't really see a need personally for signal flags at tier 4. You've got a catapult fighter, or sorry, catapult scout that you can put up. Catapult scout will get you a little bit of extra range, so that comes in handy. Remind me after this game I need to turn off my Steam overlay. Oh boy. Now, see what I mean about the lack of speed? It takes forever to get into range, and you kind of are forced to sit and watch as your teammates go rushing forward and get themselves killed because they're so far ahead of you that you simply can't do anything about it. So that's why I was saying at the beginning, you want to kind of typically make a more aggressive play with the ship. You're turning now, okay, and you're telling your teammates that you're going to do that, or at least your div mates that you're going to do that. Here's where AP would have come in very handy. You could have shot at that Dukai or Ducky, whatever you want to pronounce it. Hey Edge, thanks for the cheer. Caligula, how are you, sir? Oh, I gotta turn, oops. Oh man, it's been so long, I forgot I need to turn on my, My raffle. Alright, hold on a sec, please. Open, reset. Okay, raffle is open. Exclamation point raffle gets you in. Good, you switched to AP. You've got that Kaladin you want to whack. The problem is, by the time your guns are loaded and turned, well, he could be turning away, although it looks like he doesn't want to. Matter of fact, he's turning, yeah, he's turning left. He's giving you more side. You have Ovechkin in this? You've got oven chicken? Oh, man. I guess that works. I mean, you got the faster turret reverse, so that's nice. SE is a trap with Ovechkin in the battleships, at least. He might be useful in destroyers with the SE. So it comes down to what matters to you most as a player. If you're more of a battleship player, then by all means do this. Now look at the mini-map. You've got a Yubari that's coming forward. I would be looking at the Yubari right now. The Kaladin is getting spammed. He's probably going to die. But I would be thinking about, when is this Yubari going to show up? Nice. Get him off the board. Or the Freon would be a good choice as well. You've got these two destroyers you have to kind of keep an eye on. You want to make sure they don't get too close to you. But definitely go for the Freon now would be a good idea. I'm going to pause it for a sec. One of the reasons why I would suggest you go for the Freon as well is because you're able to get all your guns on the Freon, right? If you were to turn north right now, this is what I would do. I would turn north and I would slow to about a quarter speed, okay? And the reason for that is because as I'm doing that, I can turn north and this would be the shot that I would have on the Freon, okay? And the nice thing about that is if I'm angling to the Freon and I'm pointed north, then I'm also angling away from these battleships, okay? Generally speaking, that's kind of a good way to set things up. You bounce an awful lot of shots that way, so it comes in handy. Okay, now the Yubari is turning away, so yeah, probably not a good target for you. Hey Mix, thanks for joining in. I hope this is helping you out a little bit here. Just kind of walked you through the idea of kiting away from a target, from a bunch of potential threats as you engage a target. Now walkie-talkie, okay, good, they traded. Now your AP is pretty good. Yep, I would shoot it regardless. He's gonna try to bounce you, so when that happens, if you've got AP loaded, you actually want to aim a little higher. Aim as if you've got HE loaded. You want those AP shells to hit the superstructure and the upper deck of the armor. You don't want it to hit the heavy stuff that's near the water line if he's showing you this kind of side or this kind of angle. But look now at your positioning. You see how you're away from all the potential threats. You're going too fast though, and the reason why I bring that up is because by the time you've killed this Freon, however long it takes, you've got nobody else to shoot really. It's going to take you a long time to get back into the battle. So one of the things about battleships, oh, get sighted in, get sighted in. Here we go, he's going broadside. Okay, now you want to slow and turn in. Because what he's doing is he's probably firing torpedoes at you. By turning away now, it's going to take you even longer to get yourself back into the battle. But like I was saying, you were doing a nice job there of at least negating potential threats. I often see a lot of battleship players, especially, they get too deep, they get too focused, and then they get into the situation where, you know, everything just whacks them.
Torpedoes astern.
Yeah, I will definitely let you know when I see opportunities for you to be a little bit more committed. At the beginning, I had suggested that you go, you know, hard into the center. See where the Arkansas Vader, your buddy, is? That's where I'd be going at the start of the game. Because then you get those kind of initial shots on targets that aren't expecting a battleship to be that close. You can get a lucky hit or two on a cruiser or a destroyer even, and that alone might be enough to convince them to turn around and play defensively, which may have a big impact on the way the battle turns out. Alright, you shot at the Bellerophon there. Not that much damage, no surprise there. It's A little bit of an angle there. And you can see the American shotgun in action. Oh boy. A little bit of team kill action there as the two destroyers both vie for the kill. Hey, Alzu. Ducky Boy, how are you guys? Good to see some of the regulars back on the channel hanging out. I don't know about you guys, I kind of miss doing this. Felt weird not doing replays for a few weeks. Alright, so that Yubari is going completely away from you. Here's where you really need to be turning in and like you mentioned, committing. The Valkyrie, take a look on the mini-map here. The Valkyrie is headed south. The Yubari's headed south. The two Wyomings are way to the south. And you've got so many allies right here. There's absolutely no reason for you to be going farther back. The only reason to be this far back is if you intend to switch to this side of the flank and to reinforce the Kaiser. Now the Yubari did a nice job of beaching himself, so hey, good, you saw that and you want to punish that. You might get the shots in. They hit, and in true American style, you just get one little overpen. LOL. Oh well. And again, if you had been closer to the action, it's possible that you would have had more hits, you would have had better hits, all that good stuff. I find that the Wyoming, the Texas, Archibeta, all those kinds of things, they do best when they're at like 10 kilometers, right? So when you're at like max range and stuff like that, it just, you just can't get those shells to connect like you need them to. Alright, so you've decided to go south now and to defend. You're looking at, or to work with your team, I mean, your Wyoming there is pushing up, so I think you're going to want to try to hit him. Now, I'm not sure the thought process here for switching your guns. This is going to take a long time, and in general with this ship, even with Ovechkin and Expert Marksman, you typically don't want to be switching sides. It just takes you forever to get those other guns back into action. So when I play these ships, I really switch sides maybe once in a battle. And even then only when I like absolutely need to. It's just far easier to keep things going. Your buddy in the Arkansas Beta, however, you'll notice that he's overextended a bit there, and he's going to get punished. He's in the process of being punished for it. You're probably trying to help him out at this point. Now the problem here is he pushed up as a battleship player, he got aggressive, you weren't there to get aggressive with him, so the enemy just basically all focused their shots on him only. For now, you're probably good to keep your shots on that Wyoming, unless the Valkyrie shows up like you were doing. Your division mate is doing a nice job of getting behind the island. I don't know why he's turning like that, though. He should be turning behind the island. Maybe he sees the Valkyrie. It's healing. Decent hit. Now, one other thing too is that in this game, really, you wanna be aiming to kill destroyers and cruisers more so than battleships. If a battleship gives you a broadside like that Wyoming, sure, you can shoot him, but you're far more useful and effective getting rid of the destroyers first and the cruisers too. Your buddy in the Arkansas Beta, I was saying he should have turned south. I'm surprised that he hasn't gotten torqued by the Valkyrie. Ooh, nice hit on the Wyoming as he goes down. Here come the torpedoes on your div mate. Oof, he whiffed those. Okay, you're using a heal. Not a bad idea, although I might have waited just a little bit longer. You'll notice that your heal lasts for 25 seconds or whatever, and then here your fire is longer in duration. I wouldn't start the heal until that fire burns out, well, not burns out completely, but is around 25 seconds or so. You'll get more hit points. Also, I would not have used your damage control party as well. I would have used one or the other. Either DCP right off the bat and not use the heal, or use the heal and hold the DCP in reserve. Right now, you are completely vulnerable to fires and floods for another minute and 15 seconds.
Much obliged.
Now the Kaiser's coming back around, which makes sense. There's nobody on that flank to detect him now, or to defend him, so you have to think about too, at this point, this side is completely open. I wouldn't be surprised if this Clemson comes right around and starts to cap as soon as he realizes it's safe to do so. My cat is all over me. What's up, Sea Bear? How are you, sir? Yeah, you need to... Okay, so the Phoenix is heading back at least, so that's good. Corbet is going to be a problem. That Phoenix up... Yeah, there he goes. It's way too aggressive. Izyaslav is sitting in smoke, and the Clemson too. And they're just going to sit there and farm anybody that's spotted. Right now, you guys are not looking good. You went from winning the flank to losing it pretty darn quick, and all it took was a couple of players that kind of threw their lives away needlessly to make that happen. Okay, Izyaslav is spotted. He needs to be your primary target. Once again, you're flipping your guns, and now, see, you've got the Izyaslav. You want to shoot him, but it's going to take you a while to be able to do so. There's the Clemson. Those destroyers are going to be your threats right now. You have to kill those destroyers. Clemson is backing up now. I would agree with going for the Izyaslav. Get him out of the fight there. Although, yeah, he's aware that you're shooting him. Decent hits.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Okay. There's also very little communication going on with you and the team. F3 is incredibly helpful for telling the team to focus on specific targets. I'd love to see you using F3 on the Izyaslav right now, for example, to tell everybody to shoot him. As the Kaiser goes down, or will go down very shortly. Yeah, you're going too fast again. Nobody's really targeting you right now, so you know, going a half. When I'm not in any hurry to get out of an area, I slow to about a half. Now, key thing here, you don't have priority target, which is a very useful perk to have for a battleship. You want to get an idea of how many people are targeting you, so you have an idea of how many shells are possibly going to come in. Now he's slowing.
Fire alarm.
He's looking at you right away. He's gonna dodge as soon as you fire. So what you need to be thinking about is, when is he committing? He's committing now. Up. Shoot higher. There you go. That might hit. That might connect. Nice. There you go.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Okay. At this point, look at your Wyoming. Okay, there he is. Look at the Corvette. We don't know if he's targeting you. He shot at you before, so that's probably going to happen. But at this point, you need to kind of... You're low on points. You're low on time, most importantly. So you need to get a kill, which means you should be turning in right now. That DCP was a bad idea. The fire was almost out. There was no reason to DCP there. Watch what's going to happen. In 10 seconds, you're going to get set back on fire again. Focus this guy here. You have to focus the low health targets. You need to get at least 1 kill, 2 if you can.
Problem solved, sir.
Okay, Duque is stopped and he's backing up. So you want to fire up and over here like this. You want to fire here. Farther behind him. Farther behind him. You want to fire like right over his butt. Look at that. Look at that beautiful dispersion with a ship-sized hole right in between. What's the Phoenix of South? Oh boy. Yeah, you need to be getting in here and getting shot at, not letting the Phoenix get shot at. Okay, the Duque is gonna pull forward now. Good. Now this is a bug in the replay. He was targeting the Duque. Don't worry about that, guys. Will you hit him? Yes, you will for 4th kill. Look at the score. You need 1 more kill, unless of course this guy goes down. So you have to be coming in hard at this point. You're spotted. Don't worry about it. You're using another heal. Not a bad idea at this point in the game. Okay, there's the Clemson. Do you have a shot on him? No, he's behind the island. He thinks it's completely safe. So what you need to do, again, is you have to find a way to draw him out. And the best way to do that is to start getting really, really aggressive. You could go north to cut off the Clemson, that's true, but the last thing you want to do is what you're doing right now, which is running away. There's absolutely no point in doing that, because, well, notice how you're flipping your guns again. So 1, you're less effective. 2, you've got all the hit points. The Phoenix does not. You need to help him survive. You only have 30 seconds left. Now, had the battle lasted another 5 minutes, maybe going south is a good idea. All you can do now is hope that that Wakeful is going to kill that Clemson in 20 seconds. And shooting at the battleships right now isn't going to do anything, unless you get that lucky detonation shot, which you probably won't. There's the Clemson. You see, you should have had those guns ready to go, and you could have blapped him in that time. Instead, you chose a shot on a battleship that simply wouldn't do anything. You got a little bit of damage, but you kind of, it almost felt like you threw away the towel and you said, this is a loss. So, there you go. Those of you guys watching in the comments, do you guys have any suggestions, any ideas? Now would be a good time to post them. And I just brushed my cat, so I need to get rid of all his fur. Alright. Thanks for sending in the replay, though. It came down real close, and, you know, it was a loss. It's unfortunate. It happens as my game freezes. Alright, where are you, World of Warships? We need to kill you. There you go. Kill.